Hey guys, this is Nikhil. Welcome to my channel. Pretty excited to talk about Polkadot, one of my favorite layer one blockchain. Um, Polkadot Parachain slot auctions has been going on for some time now. I'm sure there's a lot of YouTube videos that you can look at. There's a lot of content on the internet as well. But today I wanted to talk about one project that is very, very special to me. I have, in full disclosure, I have provided crowd loan for quite a few projects in these auctions. But this particular project caught my eye and I really like it, and I'll tell you why. So before I start the video, I just want to make it very clear I'm not your financial advisor. I'm some random dude on YouTube. So don't follow whatever I do or whatever I say. Do what you want to do. Invest in whichever coins or tokens that you feel like. Okay. So what is Polkadot Parachain auctions? I will probably give you a very quick overview of what Polkadot is. So Polkadot is like a layer 1 blockchain. Okay, so let's compare Polkadot with, say, Ethereum. Ethereum is also a layer 1 blockchain. Say Ethereum has a lot of layer 2 blockchains like Matic, like Immutable X, then quite a few of them, right? Similarly, Parachain auctions are nothing but, it's not exactly layer 2 solution for Polkadot, but very close to a similar concept. Okay, so Polkadot provides the security, the governance for the layer 1, and there are about 100 slots, which means there can be 100 blockchains that can connect to Polkadot's layer 1 solution. Okay, so because the slots are limited, they have this parachain auctions. So how does this auctions work? So the way it works is any project can apply for it. The number of Polkadot tokens which are provided as crowd loans to these projects will determine whether they win the auctions or not. Okay, so if there is one project which has the maximum Polkadot crowd loan, then that project wins the slot. So I think Akala just won it. I think there are other two projects that have won it. I think Moonbeam has won it as well. Anyway, so now, as I said, there are a lot of projects which are competing for it. There's one project which is focused on Metaverse, and that's why I'm very, very keen on it. The project is Affinity, EFY. It's the project that has been funded by Engine Coin. So Engine has been it's been there for a long time now. I think they've been there since 2016 or earlier, probably 16-17, I think. And Affinity is a token or a project that has been built keeping NFTs and Metaverse in mind. Okay, with all the Metaverse hype that's going on in the market today, I find this project very unique. There are a lot of things that are unique with this. For example, Engine itself was one of the first projects that created the ERC 1155 standards. Okay, so what that ERC 115 standard means, it's basically token standards like ERC 20 and ERC 721 require separate contract to be deployed for each token type or collections. To reduce this complexity, ERC 1155 was created. So what it means, you can have in the same smart contract, you can have a fungible and a non-fungible token. Okay, so never mind. I mean, if it's getting too technical, you can just ignore that. So just remember that these guys created a standard for Ethereum, which is still used in a lot of projects. The same concept is being used on the Polkadot. So I think they're going to call EFI as a para token, right? So that is number one. One of the things that I like, because they're trying to make changes to the core protocols. Okay, which means they have a good team to do it. Right. So recently, Engine announced $100 million Infinity Metaverse fund. Okay, so what does this Metaverse fund do? Right, so let's see. So this will be used to build engine ecosystem integration, integrating with Infinity Engine Wallet, NFT.io marketplace, and the entire engine ecosystem. So the concept here, right? So they are trying to use Infinity for multiple things. One is it will act as a payment solution, right? So the gas fees, etc., will be burnt using EFI tokens whenever you do transactions on Infinity blockchain. Second, they're going to create one engine wallet that will have all the different NFTs across blockchains. So they will build an integration with OpenSea, a lot of other blockchain NFT marketplaces to connect to this engine wallet. So that's going to be a game changer, guys, because if you are in NFTs, you will know that, say, for OpenSea, it's on Ethereum blockchain. So you got to have an Ethereum network on MetaMask, and say if you go on to Solana network, then there's a different set of NFTs. You can't carry it between blockchains. Looks like Infinity is trying to solve that problem. So which means that if I have one wallet, if I have a wallet on Infinity blockchain, then I'll have access to say my Lazy Lion, which is on Ethereum, and also say Degen Ape on Solana, being a Galactic Punks on Terra Luna. So I think that's what they're trying to solve. So here, if you read this, Infinity's wider ecosystem, it says supporting a suite of tools and apps that engine has been working for years. There'll be a wallet to house all your in-game items and other NFTs. That wallet will tie into a new marketplace called NFT.io, as well as marketplaces on other blockchains like OpenSea or Rarible. That makes it easy to list, buy, trade, or show off NFTs no matter what blockchain they're on. But once it's won a Parachain slot, the incentives are so strong, it's hard to imagine NFT holders not bringing their items to Infinity anyway. So look, I think that's what they're trying to do. They're going to have a universal wallet, a universal marketplace, which today doesn't exist. So that's going to be a game changer, which means, especially when you have games, if they're going to build games which can be interconnected between blockchains, that can be another game changer, right? So only time will tell whether that's possible or not. So this is one of the other reasons I really like this project. So let's look at the crowd loan aspect of it. I think they are in the slot batch 5, I think. So 5th batch, which effectively should end today. So it is, I think we still have few hours left. It might be your last chance if you want to get into this crowd loan. Before I show you how to do it, let's read what Binance is saying. So it says the auction period is where you vote by staking your DOT on your favorite project, in this case EFI. If the project ends up winning the slot via the candle auction, your DOT will be locked for a maximum of 2 years. However, Binance will issue B DOT for stakers to use while their DOT is locked up at a 1:1 ratio. If your project doesn't win, your stake DOT will be returned once the auction price is over. So when they say 1:1 ratio, say if I have staked 25 dots, I'm going to probably get 25 B dots, but the price of B dot is not very clear, right? Nowhere I could read the details around the price of it. Anyway, all right, so I've gone to my Binance page. Now I'm going to vote for Infinity, and let's click on this vote. So it says total supply, blah blah blah. Let me click on vote. So I've got 5.34 Polkadot. I'm gonna say I've read. Your stake dot will be used in batches to vote for your selected project, because votes are conducted on chain. Binance does not guarantee voting will be successful due to special circumstances such as delays or failure to vote. If your votes fail, Binance will return your stake dot to your spot wallet. Okay, so let me click on confirm. It's telling me understand that once I stake my dot, Should my chosen project wins the auction, my dot will be locked for 2 years. The lockup period is determined by the slot lease time. Each project has 716-day lockup duration. B dot is a tokenized asset pegged to your staked dot on a 1:1 basis. Binance will enable convert to B dot feature within 45 days once the auction period ends. You can choose whether you want to convert to B dot. I understand the risk associated with B dot, and if I swap my B dot to dot when the slot leases expires, I will receive the amount equal to my B dot holdings at the time of the swap. Okay, so nowhere is it talking about the price, but it kind of tells, it's just saying that they're going to give an option to convert into dot after 45 days, which might be, at probably at that time you'll know what is the value of your B dot. But it's okay. I'm going to take a chance on it because I like the project. Even if they give me 80-90%, it won't be, definitely not less than 90-95% of my dot value. Hopefully not. I think I'm okay. So I'm going to keep it anyway. All right. So I'm click on confirm, and that's it. And I can go view my Affinity. So I have kind of put in a lot of my money into Affinity. You can also go to their website, go to Affinity, and then you can just contribute directly on their website. So you have to have Polkadot.js wallet created and transfer your Polkadot to Polkadot.js wallet. Then you can directly come here and contribute. Okay, so to sum it up, this is the Metaverse NFT play of Engine token. There is a Parachain auctions going on. Most likely today is the last day. Probably your last chance to get some free EFI tokens. So yep. So any questions, please leave a comment. I'm happy to answer. I'm going away on holidays for a few days. So I'm going to see you on Monday. Until then, have a great weekend.